All right, we got a cheer. We got a. We got a. Hold on. Oh, you were here? Cool, cool. You got a triangle, a happy Asian man, a chick waving hi, a dog with an ear, a megaphone, Kappa with a wink, a face palm, happy dude, a chibi 16-bit character, and some salt. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, we're starting. I'm thinking that we haven't started yet because get the theme song droning in my head. So it's like, okay, I didn't think I started. So I press A, and I'm like, okay, well, I already started it. That dude's like, they drive cars I can't drive. I'm starting to hate them, by the way.
Hello. Thank you so much, thank you. And coming up in this week's show, James stands next to a car, Richard pulls a face, and some Toblerone falls over.
Damn Toblerones.
It is an action-packed show, but we start with Lancia. I've said many times that over the last 100 years, no one has made more truly exciting cars. There was the Integrale and the Stratos and the Fulvia and the O37. The list goes on, and yet all they make today is a steaming pile of ordure called the Ypsilon. Look at it. I would rather have a maggot.
It's a cute car
than drive one of those.
For like a
honestly makes me
teen
sad that they've been reduced to making that, and it turns out I'm not the only one. There's a man in Italy called Eugenio Amos who looked at the old Delta Integrale and found himself wondering, what would it be like if Lancia made it today? How would it feel? How would it go?
It is a nice car.
He stopped wondering and decided to find out.
I'm saying it's cute. I'm not saying it's amazing or anything. Remember, I like cars. I like anything that looks like... I like any quirky cars.
Is what he came up with.
That looks just regular.
The engine is a 16-valve 2-litre turbo, as it was before, but it has new rods, new pistons, a new turbocharger, and a lot of electronic tweaking, so now it develops 330 horsepower. Go.
I mean,
I love this car precisely because it isn't an Audi. And I love it because someone cared enough to make it. And I love it most of all because it's giving me my youth back. It is a bloody brilliant car, this.
I mean, it's not. I'm not hating on the car. It's just. It's just that it just looks too plain.
Very quick.
I like the little accents on the body. That's about it. No, I can imagine. I'm just saying, it's not a. I made it.
That's 140 more than you got in the old car. And there's more good news. Most of the body panels and suspension
More aggressive, please. It needs to be a little bit more aggressive.
Aluminium or carbon fiber. And there are two advantages to that. Number one, they won't rust. And number 2, the light. And because of all this work, this car is pretty quick.
I can imagine. I'm not.
There's a fair bit of period turbo lag, as you can hear. But when it gets on song, bloody hell! Go. Now we go on to the really fast bit. For heaven's sake, I beg of you, drive fast. Oh my God!
I am driving fast.
Savage acceleration. I love speeding.
Modern replica. I say it should look a little bit more.
It's quite scary.
It should look like it was made today,
Cut
not
that
made,
for a tiny
not modified.
ride.
Because times change. Just because. Oh, here's a perfect example. The Z series of Nissan cars. They started with 2.8. I think they started with 2.8 V6s or 4 cylinders. I'm not sure, the first ones. But all I know is that they did go up. Hold on. They did go up 3 liters and then 3.5 liters, somewhere between 3.5 and 3 liters, and then 3.7 liters on the Z series, the 370Z.
It does 0 to 60.
That is pretty quick. I'm not gonna hate the car.
And flat out, it'll be doing more than 160 miles an hour. The best thing, though, is that all the understeer you got in the original car has been replaced with an extraordinary amount of grip and neutrality. You have got to love the Italians,
Not me.
haven't you? I mean, Eugenio said a lot of the stuff in here wasn't working because if it was working, then it would be an Audi. There is, however, one problem. It costs £250,000.
I would not pay for that.
Integrale, here we go. Didn't bother filming it, but we haven't got the time. But no, look at it this way. It's actually the same speed as a BMW M2.
I think I can also claim quite reasonably that the old Mercedes A45 would go around the track faster than that.
Yeah, and be a hell of a lot.
Thank you.
Yes,
Just a fact.
but
What?
everything on a Mercedes would work. And who wants that? Be dull. It's what Eugenio was saying. You don't want German you aren't in the Italian frame of mind, you
Oh,
two.
we're not?
No, you're not. That's the
Okay.
trouble. Has anyone here got an
No.
Italian car?
No, they're not here, are they? They didn't make it. It's raining.
Did you? Yes, that is a good point, actually. It's also
Speaking of which, Italians do love the Nissan Z series and their IROCs.
Indian. Before the tent blows away, we should get on.
Back in the day.
We must move on.
Yeah, let's move it on. Now, earlier on, Jeremy was listing all the wonderful and remarkable cars that Lancia have made over the years. But let's not forget, Porsche has also made some rather remarkable cars.
Absolutely. There was the 911. There was another sort of 911. There was a slightly different 911 that was green.
Yes, I know. But
I
this year
completely agree.
marks the 50th anniversary of what I think must be the greatest Porsche of them all.
Is it a 911?
Panamera? No.
It's called the Porsche 917.
I said it. I was about to say it before I even saw it.
No interest in motorsport.
Because that's like the only other, and the Cayenne is the only other Porsches I know that are like
Because it's quite
common.
possibly the most iconic racing car ever created. The first thing you need to know is that although the 917 looks like a big, wide car, actually, it isn't.
Oh, that looks cool. I love small, low, compact, fits like a glove car.
I'm in.
I don't care how uncomfortable it is,
God, it's
as long as it
tiny.
fits. The smaller the vehicle you have, the more control you have over it. Period.
Porsche is the most successful car maker ever to race at Le Mans. They have 19 victories to their name. But this is the car that started it all. This is the car that gave them that all-important first win.
Looks like a nice car. I mean, for what it's worth. Ain't nobody gonna be racing this thing now. I mean, driving in the streets.
The following year at Le Mans, on the way to another crushing victory, it would go through the speed traps at over 241 miles an hour, a record that stood for more than 20 years. And in that same race, it was so fast it would cover a total of 3,315 miles, a distance record that would stand until 2010.
That's pretty cool. When you can't engineer something that's, you know, more, it can't be something that's older, that just means it was ahead of its time. Oh man.
Slight slow there.
I'm not sure if I'm making better time, but it feels like it.
Yay!
Feels like I am though.
Well, that's interesting. Oh yes.
Over here, yes. I lost some time there. And I don't have to drift here. Slow down. I beat it.
The racket is just astonishing. Imagine this for a 24-hour race. Even though it's a 50-year-old car, the 917 is fast by the standards of any decade. 0 to 60, 2.7 seconds. Top speed, 224 miles an hour.
Really?
Away. Here comes a really dangerous end. Hey! Ow!
Did it.
And
I could have done it a little faster, but I messed up. I get really comfortable when I'm almost done.
So, for example, this bodywork, which is very close to my head, it's fiberglass, 1.2 millimeters thick. That's it. Now in front of me, I have a big.
Now that looks pretty good. Even the older design was pretty ahead of its time, it looks like. My opinion.
If those are reading correctly, that means the engine isn't going to blow up, and that means you can pin it.
Go. Yes! Ooh, concentrate, look through the bend. This is quite a complicated one. Good! Yes!
Yeah, that fucked me up. I should stop looking at the fizzy bar.
Yes! Sort it out! It's tremendous. Easy. Yay!
did it.
I have been clever.
Easy.
The 5-litre 12-cylinder engine produces 621 horsepower, which is modest by the standards of today's road-going hypercars. But this thing weighs just 800
Ahead of its time, this car.
As a result, the power to weight is off the scale. Bloody hell, this is special. What's more amazing than that, actually, is that this car exists at all, because its gestation was, let's say, it was quite difficult. The story of its birth starts in 1968, when the governing body for sports car racing, alarmed that the top-end unregulated prototype cars were becoming too fast, too expensive and too dangerous, decreed that such machines should have engines no larger than 3 litres.
However, the governing body also said that if you could build 25 road-going versions of your racing car, that engine limit would be raised to 5 litres. Although secretly they knew that no small sports car manufacturer could actually afford to do that. They didn't think there'd be any takers.
The ragtag Porsche team just made the deadline, and the motorsport inspectors gave the road cars the sign-off, presumably not inspected them too closely, or they would have noticed that most of them had truck axles. Piech hoped for a big win at the 1969 Le Mans race, but it was a disaster. One of the privately entered cars crashed on lap 1, killing its driver. The others broke down as the race wore on, until just one remained, driven by this man, British driver Dickie Atwood.
Difficult would be putting it mildly. Life-threatening could be another one.
Is that? That's weird.
It was a monster. It was made for speed, like a bullet to go through the air, but there wasn't enough pressure on the bodywork to keep it on the ground.
And now, since the legend is celebrating its 50th birthday, I think it deserves a fun day out.
So I thought, why don't we put Mr. Dickie Atwood back in it to stretch its legs a bit and spice things up? And whilst he's there, let's see how the old legend, I mean the car, stacks up against a modern Porsche.
Specifically this Porsche, the 911 GT2 R.
Looks like a badass car.
The biggest gun in Porsche's current arsenal.
Now,
But it's too feminine.
I'm not actually driving, and that's because I've decided to do this
I can't be a big fan of Porsches. No, that particular body style, not the car in general.
Because this is Neil Yarni, and he won for Porsche in 2016 in the 919. To be honest, he's also probably a bit better at this than I am. Away!
So basically, the older guy is
Slight slow there. This is a piece of cake.
that thing is going though. I mean, look at it side by side. It's a smaller car.
Dab of brakes.
Why is his name? I'm not even gonna ask. Maybe it's a glitch. That's pretty cool. I mean, I can respect that.
I have been clever.
Ouch.
Oh no!
I didn't slow down enough.
Go.
That guy's nowhere to be found, huh? That guy is nowhere to be found. You know what I'm a sucker for when it comes to cars? The dashboard. When you drive, you don't see what you're driving. It's inside here, you see. This is what I like best in a car. Not to say I don't like,
Some old men can drive fast. Just saying.
Anyway, let's move it on, shall we?
Yep, let's
Color,
move on.
no,
As
body.
you would probably imagine, we have to travel a lot to make this show. I mean, just in making this series alone, we have been
Colombia.
to Colombia, Detroit, Las Vegas, Scotland, Tbilisi, Baku, Istanbul, Helsinki, and Chongqing, Mongolia, Hong Kong, Florida, Spain, France, Italy, Switzerland. That's just to make 13 programs.
Yeah, and we're not making that up. We genuinely have been that far,
Yes.
and that means we have to go through a lot
Yeah.
of airports, and almost all of them drive us mad for a number of small reasons, and one big one.
Yeah, you.
What?
Well, you. We have to travel with you everywhere, and you never stop ranting about it.
Well, I do a little bit of that, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes of the film we're about to see are just rants before we even get to the point.
Yeah, that is true, but it's worth it, as you shall see. This is London Stansted Airport, which is located nowhere near London. I came here on a train, 2,000 people on it, no security at all. Going on an aeroplane, ooh, well.
Got this. I got this. Okay. That's correct. That's correct. This is not correct. This is correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Okay. Is he serious with that money though? Damn. I got it. Okay. I think the Aztec is not such a bad looking car. Like I said, I like quirky
Just
cars.
for a special search.
I like quirk.
It is. Yes, there you go. You've been through an X-ray machine. If you go to a hospital and you X-ray somebody's leg, okay, you say, right, it's not broken, I can see that, but let's just cut your flesh open to make sure. No, it's been X-rayed. Why are they looking at it again? Oh, here we go. Yep, salt, self-raising flour, normal flour, baking powder, talcum powder. That's from an athlete's foot. I put them in clear bags every single airport you go through.
Damn.
Anywhere in the world. Why are they so interested in my condiments and...
Because it's like
chemical
cocaine.
substances?
I don't know, mate.
Maybe because it looks like cocaine.
And then you're out of security and straight into a shop, which wouldn't be
That's so true.
bad if it sold something you actually wanted, like bog roll or cat food. But no, all they sell is perfume. Why do they think when you get to an airport, oh right, I've suddenly overcome with a need to smell like Victoria Beckham? Then you've got the adverts. Look at that half-wit. Look at it. Every advert in every airport makes no sense.
I can see now why James May volunteered not to be in this film.
And finally, you get to the gate, which is so far from civilization, they're still using a dot matrix printer.
We have explained to him that the walk has to be this long because aeroplanes are wide because they've got wings, but he can't seem to understand the concept.
Look, you will admit that that was a long walk, yes? I don't care what the reason is, it's a long walk.
It is quite a stretch, yes.
Which is why we decided to address the problem.
Shut it up.
So here we are, arriving at the airport again, with what looks like normal hand luggage. Okay, what I have here, as you can see, is a perfectly ordinary wheeled suitcase. If I fold the handle away, it will fit in an overhead locker. However, if I lay it down like so, you can see it's starting to look like a car.
Not really, mate.
No, it is. It will look even more like a car when I have completed the build, and then you heard that? A solid click like an M16 rifle bolt. This is my accelerator, my brake, and then I simply, sitting on it, been quite careful to keep that away from my plums, and I am ready to go. So where's yours?
Here. Is
Where?
it? Laptop.
Yeah?
Put it on the floor.
Wheeled laptop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, oh, I see, you stand on.
Yeah. And I'm off.
So where's your luggage?
In my pocket. I got pants, toothbrush, everything I need. I'm good to go.
I mean, that does look a bit dangerous.
It is. That's why I'm wearing all these pads.
Right, are we ready then?
Can you
to
really do that in the-
revolutionise air travel?
Yeah, the worst bit about every working day is about to get better.
Let's do this.
Another advantage of this, I am tall. I reckon I'm 5'11" on this.
Yeah, there's been a bit of a role reversal.
It's good.
I'm going to be honest with you. In a matter of moments, we arrived at the check-in.
Go.
What?
Hello, this is the future.
Oh, this is fun. I would have. Oh yeah, this is fun. What did we do? Just.
Oh,
That's so cool. I would have fun doing this. I love anything with wheels.
ow!
Sorry about that. No,
He's on it.
I have it here. It's here.
He's not normally that tall.
Why am I completing so many rare fucking
Into
achievements?
security.
Is it? Do people playing this game really suck?
My foot.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry.
That
Sorry.
was my other foot.
Yep, that happened.
Thanks. Bet you never had a steering wheel go through customs before, have you? Right, onwards.
No.
Oh, this is so cool. And you know what? 33 miles per hour is pretty fast. This thing's gonna come with me all over the place. Nah, it's leaving me right now. Later. I would have so much fun with this. If I won the lottery, I would buy like e-bikes, cars, anything with wheels. I just love moving fast.
I actually have 9 wheels on my suitcase, not counting this one. Oh, that was that was a bad mistake. Ah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, retard. No, pro. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I hate duty-free shops.
Oh, shit, no. Oh, hammer's gone.
Can we see that
Excuse me.
I
again?
actually have 9 wheels on my.
Let's do this.
I actually have 9 wheels on my suitcase. Get out of the way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I actually have 9 wheels.
Use
on
the army
my
button
suitcase,
10
not
times.
counting
Cool.
This one. Oh, that was.
Okay, I didn't want to do that, but cool. I got an achievement anyway.
Yeah. Sorry.
Electronic skateboards scare the fuck out of me though. I could ride skateboard.
Oh shit! No. Oh, hammer's gone.
Ow! I meant that.
Gone.
Go.
Okay. But it is a pretty good idea. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't allow it though. Sometimes you do have to cover some serious ground. And you don't want to do it with your luggage, too. I imagine you wouldn't need too much of a battery and too much of a motor and too much of range, you know what I mean? I think a full charge with like 3 miles of range would be enough. You're only traversing a fucking airport, not the mountains of Ecuador. Like I said, I wish Xbox had a what you call it, like an alert, like, hey, you know, you can get this achievement if you do this, rather than guess, you know what I mean? You don't, nobody, not nobody, I at least don't like start the game and say, I want achievements. I wonder if there's achievement for this race. I wonder if there's achievement for this race. Like, I would like to know which ones have achievements, and I said, okay, cool, I'll just do it. But yeah, to walk all this is a pain in the ass. Walking through all these terminals, these gates, sorry, and gates. Terminals are the sections, and gates are the little doors.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Is it gate 88, Hammond?
What? No, mate, it's this one.
There's no plane! And on that terrible disappointment, back to the tent.
I enjoyed that bit.
That was quite hurty.
Right, we know how his works.
I fell out of a tunnel!
Yeah, and I'm not interested in that. I want to know how yours works. Is it?
It was exactly the same. It was cordless drill motor and some laptop batteries.
Right, and you're claiming that has a top speed of 28 miles an hour.
I was doing 28 when I fell out of the tunnel.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
28.
I didn't believe him either, so when the airport quietened down a bit, we organised a race.
Right, here's Abby on my superb suitcase.
Good dog.
I swear to the good Lord that my finger was on the RT this whole time. Oh man. You know what this makes me miss? My fucking e-bike. Now, I could take corners at 25 miles per hour and shit. I rode that thing like a fucking bitch. Like, seriously. My bike could easily... Whoa, what the hell happened? Overtake and keep up with 25 mile per hour traffic. You know, around 25 mile per hour traffic. Great bike, man. I miss it to death. It's there, but, you know, obviously no battery means no juice. With a range of like 20-25 miles, that's a long distance. That's too to walk 25 miles would take somebody like 5-6 hours if they were walking briskly, and you'd be tired as hell during the end of that, and your feet would be hurting like a bitch. So man, that e-bike has paid itself off with the fun factor and making money and all that stuff. It really has. I just need a $500 battery. That's all. That's all's wrong. Maybe a new chain too.
Yes, there you go. We're on to something.
New shocks probably. The shock
Are a complete menace to the
things
people
are
using
kind of loose.
and everybody else in
Man,
the
it was
airport.
fun.
Fair?
Yes, that is fair. And so on
No,
that disappointment, it's
I'm not
time to-
done.
Now next week there's a Grand Tour special.
Really?
We're attempting to cross the vast wilderness that is Mongolia using a car that we built, well, they built ourselves. See you then. Take care. Good night.
Now, it would go 0 to 25 miles per hour with good shifting, because it's literal throttle, shift, and by 4th gear it'd be in 25 miles per hour. I want to say maybe 10 seconds or so I could hit 25 miles per hour, and for a bike that's fast. We're not talking about a motorcycle or anything like that. Man, I still have it. I mean, like